It is December 14th. It is the 69th day of the war. First, I want to say that we're reading your comments. Thank you for your support, your feedback, and your prayers. Many of you have been writing that you're praying for Israel and soldiers. Thank you. Today, as we watch Kan 11 news, we're seeing that today the 69th war has been a hard war. Many battles, strong battles. 8 soldiers have been severely injured. In addition to this, Elisha Levinstein, a 38-year-old, was killed as well. He fell in battle in the south part of Gaza. May his memory be blessed. The IDF is continuing to work hard and in battle in the southern part of Gaza, and also they finished an operation in Jenin, in the west bank of Israel. We also hear that there has been a hatzlacha, success, in flooding the under-town terror tunnels in Gaza with seawater from the ocean, as Gaza is right on the Mediterranean Sea. The reporter says that in international media, they have been speaking about it already over 2 weeks, that Israel is flooding the tunnels with seawater. And here now in Israel, it says that, yes, this has been done, and there was a pilot, and it's working. The reporter is saying that the purpose of these big pumps is to pull water from the ocean, flood the tunnels, and cause eventually for the terrorists to get out of the tunnels. That's where the IDF are waiting for them, outside of the tunnels. So the pilot has been successful. The anchor woman is turning to these reporters as the headline reads, 8 severely injured in battles in Gaza. The reporters are saying that yesterday we reported about the tragedy in the southern part of Gaza with the battalion, with the Golani brigade. And today, once again, there's another tragedy with 8 severely injured. Actually, with some inside information, one is a Messianic believer, and with permission, after permission from the family, we may be reporting, all Israel may be reporting about this in the near future. The next headline reads, Hama'amatzim, the efforts to bring back the hostages, the 135 hostages still held in Gaza. The next story is about the efforts, the ma'amatzim, to bring back the hostages. We see Prime Minister Netanyahu meeting with Jake Sullivan, the U.S. National Security Advisor. Sullivan is requiring of Netanyahu, what is the plan after the war? What is the plan in the day after the war? And he's not pleased with what he's hearing. It doesn't seem so concise, so solidified. But Sullivan does get a commitment from Prime Minister Netanyahu that Israel will start returning Gazan citizens to the northern part of Israel in a filtered and measured manner. Here's a summary of the day 69 of the war. The IDF continued fighting and attacking the southern part of Gaza. Shaja'iyah, Jabalia, Khan Yunis, in the north and south. Here's the chief of staff. While we hear explosions outside, he says, these are hard battles. It's very dense, a dense area. And behind us in the Israel territory, there's Nahal Oz and Kfar Aza that were hard hit. And we need, as you're doing, in a very determined way, in a very thorough way, that we'll be able to bring back the people to Nahal Oz and Kfar Aza. That was the chief of staff. Also, Jake Sullivan arrived to Israel to hear closely about the continuation of the war. Yoav Gallant, the defense minister, Hamas has built underground infrastructure and military abilities. So the war to win Hamas will be a continual war. It will take a long time, more than just a few weeks. But we're determined to beat Hamas and to bring back the hostages into Israel. And after many years of fierce battles, we see many terrorists that are coming and putting down their weapons and raising their hands. These terrorists are being investigated by the police in Israel. This commander says that we are evacuating a hospital in the south of Gaza, which was used by the terrorists to hold ammunition there and as a stronghold for the organization. The commander is saying that throughout the last 2 days, the IDF has been taking out many civilians, many thousands of civilians out of this big hospital in order to protect them, and that the IDF will not hurt them. The next headline is about Eden Zacharia, a hostage woman, young lady, that was murdered in the captivity. The reporter says that with medical findings and evidence, it is clear that Eden Zacharia was taken into captivity when she is alive, and she was killed by Hamas in Gaza. This is in contrast to rumors that were saying that Israel killed her by explosions, by accident, that Israeli explosions killed her. She reports that this is clear-cut, that she was killed by Hamas in captivity in Gaza. The next story is about the IDF exposing the communication recordings and the communication devices by Tomer Greenberg, the battalion commander that died 2 days ago in the Golani Brigade. Just a few minutes before he died, he said, give us any missions, we are ready to do whatever is needed. You can hear his voice. All Israel plans to add English subtitles to this story and other stories about IDF soldiers similar to this one. So you may be able to see this in the next few days. This reporter is saying that the Hezbollah is recognizing a change of the policy of Israel. Israel used to not target any Hezbollah activist in Syria, in the land of Syria. But right now, Israel is not keeping that, is not holding back. And if they're in Syria, they're still going to attack. So this is a new policy. In the past years, Israel was very careful about targeting Hezbollah activists in Syria, because Israel was concerned. They didn't want any escalation in the situation. But right now, since there is an escalation already and pretty much a war in the northern border, Israel is not letting that hold her back, and she's attacking also in Syria Hezbollah terrorists that are acting against Israel. Now they're moving on to more personal stories of soldiers that fell in battle in Gaza in the last few days. The screen is on, the news is on for over 2 hours in the living rooms in Israel with many, many stories. We're giving you a taste of what Israelis are watching. For more stories, you can go to allisrael.com and follow us on the YouTube channel. This is Rotem Magen for All Israel News.